you. Sometimes you purchase to take a damage from just about everything. Disappear, come again, and shock the world. I'm speaking to the athlete. I'm talking to that administrator. I'm talking to that nurse, that health practitioner. I'm speaking to that student. I'm talking to that communicator. I'm speaking to that pioneer, that inventor. I'm speaking to that entrepreneur. I'm talking to that preacher. I'm talking to that person who refuses to stay where they are. I'm speaking to that man or woman that doesn't have a hassle laying in obscurity, because you realize that whilst you come out of the dark room, all eyes on you. We live in a culture of business distraction and noise, and occasionally the best manner something's going to change is if we disappear. Sometimes you got to delete the app. Sometimes you need to walk away. Sometimes you need to fall lower back into a dark room and awareness on you. Everybody wants destiny. Everybody wants manifestation. Everybody wants fulfillment. Everybody wishes the following degree in their relationship and a better nice of residing, but no one desires to take away distractions. Nobody desires to disappear for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and get into a place where you could consciousness on simply you. What if you may simply shut up each distraction? What if you could just shut out the world for only a season and consciousness on you? A guy is rewarded in public for what he does in personal. Can you unplug for only a second and awareness on you? Focus on what subjects. Why are you right here? What is your future? The reason why you don't see it. The reason why it has now not manifested. The cause why you are so frustrated is due to the fact you haven't been willing to forsake all that you've been referred to as to forsake and to comply with through at the back of closed doorways. Sure, you can talk about it. Sure, you can plan it. Sure, you may write it down. Sure, you may go to the convention and pay attention about it. You can examine approximately it. But at some juncture you have to disappear and position the work in and are available back and surprise everybody that doubted you. I'm talking to that man, that female, that boy, that female who feels the fire in their belly. It's time as a way to shock the arena. You may also have to sleep to your vehicle. You might also should cross without food. You might also should bounce around from sofa to couch. You could also should sacrifice like nobody on your family ever asks. But are you able to do it backstage, whilst nobody is looking, when nobody is watching, whilst nobody understands the degree of passion that you carry? Can you preserve going? Don't forestall your proper there. Go through the technique inside the darkest room that prepares us and equips us for the tears of destiny. It's time to get real. It's time to get raw. It's time to appearance ourselves inside the replicate and co-metal the solve that this model of ourself is not going to hold us within the stretch that I've been this version of myself long enough that if I don't change, if I don't do something about this, then I'm going to find myself bankrupt. Some of the most monumental and transformational portraits and pics that we have ever seen were developed inside the dark room. We are joyous athletes, and we have a good time, vital thinkers and innovators and actors, and we praise them and coin them our heroes, and we follow them by means of the thousands and thousands. We love what they do in public, but you don't know the story behind the distinction. You don't know the blood, the sweat. You failed to see the tears that they cried, the prayers that they prayed, the endless weeks wherein they went without sleep to get where they are. One of the greatest tragedies in existence is to stay and not know why you're living. I'm simply thinking if there may be all in summary right here if that wants their future, that desires to satisfy their destiny, that wants to occur, that needs talk and area and resolution. I'm just wondering, is there anybody here that really is inclined to vanish? Are you willing to forsake all distractions? Can you disguise yourself within the library? Can you conceal yourself within the health club? Can you cover yourself inside the boardroom and plan and conquer and do what is required behind the scenes to be able to appear the instant? Can you conceal yourself in your books? Can you conceal yourself to your closet? Can you cover yourself within the prayer rooms? Can you hide yourself? We have this passion to be in the public eye, but no staying power to do the paintings behind the scenes. Stop telling the sector what you're about to do. Steve Jobs once stated, "We don't say anything about destiny merchandise. We paintings on them in secret and then we release them to the world. We had just have a lot real estate in our minds, in our hearts. We best have a lot bandwidth in our mental ability. and the extra distractions, the extra delusions, the more negativity that we permit to take up real estate in our hearts and in our minds, the less energy we should satisfy the call to fulfill destiny, to appear the concept. Everything which you consider, that you meditate on, the whole thing that has your attention, has to be well worth its load. So now it is time to navigate and do an appraisal of the whole thing. This is in our lifestyles, everything and everyone in our lifestyles. Time to do an appraisal and ask them this question: are you really worth my time? If you are now not, it's time to unplug. Time to unplug. Time to unplug. I'm just questioning if there may be all of us which can listen me voice proper now that has come to the cease off themselves, and they're inclined to eliminate distractions. They're inclined to delete social media apps in the event that they need to. They are willing to walk away from everything that is distracted, the entirety that has diluted your devotion and your determination, every ailment and disorder and disease that is pulling you from destiny after you've heard it, after you have obtained it, after you have got written it down, after you have spoken it once. Do what is required to manifest it into truth. If you can see it for your hand, you may maintain it in your hand. Stop telling all people what you will do. Stop telling anybody what your subsequent past is, and just disappear and do the paintings. This is required. Don't be bitter. Don't be annoyed. Listen, just continue to be devoted backstage. Promotion is coming. Stages and opportunities are being prepared proper now. As you sacrifice in mystery, as you put the paintings in the dark room, as you do what's required to hold in your hand what you spot in your head, when nobody is there to confirm you, when nobody's there to validate you, whilst no person is there to trust you, you build inside the dark and you announce it whilst it is finished.